Hello. Oh, is it starting? Hello.
You did.
My name is Rae Ann. Arigati. This is round two. And I'm safe again, bitches. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I fucking am. Um, I kind of, like, if I'm gonna be honest, like, I kind of wanted to, like, go to an elimination or, like, win. I don't like how I look right now, so I gotta stand up for this interview because I look cuter. But, I was really wanting to go to an elimination this round, mostly because of I just want to vote with someone. I just want to like talk strategy and like have like build loyalties that way. But like also I was really nervous because first was fucking heat stroke. You guys made us do like put on as much clothes as possible. That was the high roller challenge. When that happened, I was pissed off. I literally flipped off. Who was on call with? I think it was Papa was on call with me, and then AJ was on call with me. And I flipped those fuckers off. I was so pissed. I think I almost slashed them when I was trying to take off my clothes. Like it was not fun. Um, we got 19, which everyone did. So I was happy to be like kind of average. I haven't been like I don't really think I can do like I suck at challenges that much with this game so far because like at this point, like I look pretty. Other than my battery going down, everyone said like, "Oh, I think you would have gone on forever." With the cups, I did really well with like I like did the same as everyone with the putting on the clothes, and I feel like I did really really fucking well during the code names game. So I don't know what angle I'm gonna go. I don't think I can do like the ooh I suck at comps right now. At least during tribe phase because I just haven't. Um, but yeah, Matt won and Jen won, and I was really excited about that. I I played like Ascend to Chaos, so I sort of understand the format to in like an extent. Not really, but at least I know like oh like there's gonna be teams and we're gonna be shifting all the time and like the team leaders are voting each round and they're not always. But there were some things I wasn't really totally sure of. I didn't realize the team leaders weren't going to be or the high rollers. I didn't realize they were not going to be on our teams. I also didn't realize that we'd be picking teams right away. For some reason, I thought it was going to be like Big Brother, where like the high roller is kind of like the HOH. They get the HOH, so we would have time to like talk to them, be like, put me on your team, put them on your team. Why don't we target this person? But that is not how it worked, and it's not going to. Obviously, it took me for a loop. But obviously, I think it took Jen and for a loop too. Matt wasn't there. I wonder how Matt would have built his team if he was there, if that would have changed. Like, I bet it would have. Because I think she was trying to build, like, it looked like Jen was just trying to build her team to, like, win whatever comp it was. I don't know what her relationships. I was a little bit surprised not to be picked, like, earlier from her. Being picked that early from Matt was kind of a surprise, but just because he hasn't been, like, the most active. But I had to remember he's like probably not like a huge talker that way that I am. I have like high standards of like how I want people to talk to me or like how often I want them to talk to me. And no one has been really meeting those standards except for like Warren. So like I just have to lower them and like remember that like okay, not all people are like me who's like obsessive and have like nothing to do and just like anxious all the time about how people are talking to me. So I need to calm my shit there, I think. We practiced for a long time before the challenge. I got put onto the Golden Nuggets. I was very nervous at first because the old Flamingo tribe is basically the same, our team is basically the same team as it was before. So I really, I would have felt more comfortable there. Like they knew they were targets, but coming over to the Golden Nuggets, like I thought, like at least we have Julian. Like Julian didn't even show up to the challenge. Like he would be easy to take out. He's one of the 10 gagers. Like perfect. It's like I was ready to like split him if we died. But so yeah, the Gold Nugget, the Flamingos that went to the Gold Nuggets were me, Julian, and Jack. So I think we were feeling in the hot seat. I know Jack was doing a lot to ingratiate himself along with me, which was I thought like I really like Jack now because I feel like he's going to be a really great ally for me along the way because he's putting in a lot of social effort. I love working with people who are very social in the game. I love comparing information. Um, from his little, like, I found his little explanation thing, his obituary in the last game he played. So he's a little bit of a snaky snake. It seems like, so I had to be a little bit cautious of that. But right now, I feel like I'm getting set up to be working with him a lot. I felt like we worked a lot, really well together during code names, at least, like during the challenge. I was really happy that he volunteered for that. We practiced for 2 hours beforehand. I think that was really useful. I think that practice really got us. It actually helped us get one of the answers, Millionaire. I really think because it was just so similar to something, a code he gave us in the practice. So we were able to really use that to our advantage. I was freaking, my heart was beating at the elimination because I just wanted to, as much as I said earlier, I wanted to vote with everyone. Like at the same time, I was like, I still want to win. Like I want that poker chip. Um, I think it'd be interesting. That's why I want to like even more hook up with Jack as a partner because we could probably quickly get an advantage if we put our chips together. Like we only really need one more round and bam, got a chip. I guess we could have like done that with anyone, but it's just something to keep in mind because I'm a little bit worried since it's going to be 2 days of me not really doing any sort of strategy or thinking about like an elimination. But I guess this is my time to like talk to people, talk to the Golden Nuggets I didn't get to talk to last round, or like at least I have relationships with some of the Flamingos that are in the Flamingos right now, so I don't think we're going to be left out again. I thought it was so weird that for a unanimous vote, no one was going to say anything to us. The only reason why I knew what was going on was because Andrew told me. Um, Last round. And I just thought that was kind of stupid. Like at least tell like one like it's because like I wasn't trying to like influence anything. It would just been like it would have been nice to know. Like is this how we're gonna be like? Are you guys just not going to communicate with us? And a lot of the people who I think are on my side aren't like the most communicative. Like Chloe, I still have no idea if she exists. Julian doesn't really exist either. So that only leaves like 6 people. Erica isn't the most active, but Erica's a queen. I spoke to Erica a lot today. Actually, I think Erica, not today, but yesterday. I think Erica was the biggest benefit that I gained from being on the Golden Nuggets this round because we finally got a chance to talk, and I think we really connected. She's not the most active compared to like me, I guess, but and to some others. But I think she's going. I would love to work with her. I think, or I just like have fun with her, and I just like feel like the people I like have fun with is someone who I just really want to work with. Like I just really connect with her. I fucking loved her fucking ice tray thing that had like the star. It was not even going into the fucking class. It was so funny. We had the game night. It was fine. Kendall was there. Like I kind of just want to keep around people who are at least trying. At least my thing with Brian, not Brian, with Caleb. He went home. With Caleb last week, at least he like was there and trying. Like there were some people who didn't even show up to the group calls, but or like didn't try to do group communication. Christopher, I think is one of those people who are just keeping it within his group or like what group he's in. I really liked him more. I got kind of upset with him because he was like doing a lot of last round, especially because he was just doing like the 2 voice messages and not really like switching it up. Now I feel like he's like a team player. He's like positive. He's just kind of like young and fun. Like I like him. Fun gay energy. Um, yeah. I talked to Alex finally. I thought he was going to be like someone who I would want to work with more. I think we had like a good conversation. Like we had a conversation that like I usually wouldn't have in an org, and I really appreciated that. Um, I thought it was like nice to an extent, just to do like some more like more than just like talking about trans stuff based upon my body. Like it was like nice to talk about like other trans stuff. That like that it was I don't know. It was like one of the better like talking about my experience in an org that I've had. So I appreciate that. But like he was kind of boring. Like, I don't see myself like really like wanting to sit on call with him again forever. Like, he was cute, and like I like cute people, like attractive people. Like always, I always like working with attractive people. Being the most beautiful bitch myself, but I didn't really feel like I connected to him as like the way I feel like I've had like less conversation with Erica, but I already feel way more connected to her than I do with him. Maybe that's just like him and himself. I don't know. He just like I love chill people, but he was like not chill in like a really fun way. Like he's not nerdy enough for me to like really connect with. I think, and I think that's it. But I had expected to like really bond with him more, but we just didn't. I really like Josh. I think Josh is kind of funny. He gets like again, like, he does me very little compared to other people, but I also just feel like okay, like I feel better about this. Like I feel like I'm having more fun with that. He just like sent me some like fun D&D stuff. We've been talking. He, I would try to make an emoji for the golden nuggets because the flamingos had the flamingo emoji, and I think that's really fun to like spam the flamingo. So I was like, oh, like let's get one. And he like chose the potato, and I just can't stop thinking about it. He got me his potato queen yesterday. I was like, ooh, love that. Like, and I was, she's just funny. So I really like Josh. She's probably someone who I really, really also would want to work with. I see him kind of being, if I can like really get him, I see him being my number one. He has that sort of like, he's like funny, but he's also really chill. Like I'm so hyperactive and freak out that I usually like to have someone who's just like really like it's a Xanax who's sitting next to me. Or someone who can whip me into shape. Like Nicole and AJ were really good because AJ was Xanax and Nicole would just like whip me into shape. Or like in Perception, like I had like Sam. She was a walking Xanax. She was great. Like and I feel like Josh has that energy where he could be that for me. I love Warren. I've gone on the most calls with Warren. I've talked to Warren the most. I think he wants to be loyal to me. I want to be loyal to him. I think we're gonna be going against each other eventually, which is something I want to keep in mind. He's just very social. I'm very social. Um, and I think we want different things. Like the people I would want to keep around necessarily aren't the people who want to keep around. Like I would want Joel to. His name's not Joel. His name's Nolan. Like I would want Nolan to stay. Like I know he wants Nolan to maybe go, but I feel like I would prefer Kendall to leave. Like Kendall, but like Nolan's giving me more right now. And while I thought, and like Kendall's someone who I know, but I don't like. I haven't like played with her. I haven't like established like some sort of loyalties with her, or I really know what she's gonna do. Whereas like, okay, that's like not as useful to me as someone like a Jen or a Drew. And if I'm going to have like outside connections that might like get me targeted, I'd rather it be someone who I know is going to be like here and playing with me versus like Kendall, who like other people have played with her. I may know her, but like I just don't know her that I don't feel like protecting her. You know, I just like sorry to I know a lot of my friends like are friends with her too. But it's just like sorry about it. Like I don't mind if she leaves. Like right now I think it's just beneficial if we like keep on like taking out people who just aren't really here. Because if we start taking out people who are like active and around, that means I'm a target, and I don't like that. So if we just keep knocking them out. I would like, I guess my target right now is Julian. He's been a little bit more active with me, and it was like my fault for not responding to him right away yesterday. So like, I give him that. Like, ooh, he got me there. But he's still, I probably my target. He just doesn't talk. And he's 10 engaged. So, any cues?
Yeah, sure. I'll ask you a couple questions. So obviously you're safe again this round, so you will not be the second boot either. But going into the next round, third round, do you intend on going for the high roller? And if so, um, do you have a plan on how you would want to divide the teams up?
Yeah. I would want to set it up where I could talk to, I guess, It's so different because I thought I would be on the drive, but I wouldn't be on the drive. I probably want to set it up for someone like Julian to leave. I would say that I know he's married Nicole. Okay, Nicole responded to my project. I was gonna say this now. So I saw this like video of Kumail Nanjiani like working out on Twitter. I was like, okay, he's like my new husband, and Nicole just told me he's married. But like my response to that is that doesn't fucking matter. Who cares, Nicole? Any.
So what you're saying is you don't care if somebody's, married at all?
I
You would
don't
still try.
care. I usually care, but not Kumail, not my soulmate.
Okay, understood.
What was I saying? I'd probably set it up in a way like it. Part of me feel like it doesn't matter. I'd probably want to mix up the teams. I would like it to be like the game to be a bit more open. So I'd probably do like put like Tawny with someone that she hasn't been with. Like maybe Tawny and Warren can go together. Like they're kind of at war, sort of. Like put, or I could just set up like someone like Warren to like talk to like people he hasn't spoken to, or set up someone like Josh to talk to people he hasn't really spoken to. Of course, I'm going for high roller. I'm going for it every single time. I just feel like safety is valuable. It's not like you're getting a ton of blood on your hands right now. I think team construction is really going to matter more and more down the line. But right now, while it's still early, it's not like you're going to get like a lot of blood on your hands. Winning high roller might like be a little bit sucky just because I feel like I'll be using it better than some of these bitches have been using it. I feel like as high roller, you have the opportunity where you can be talking to everyone because you're not really inhibited by like sides or like whether you're voting or not. Then like you're safe the whole round. You built the team together. Like use that to like go talk to everyone. But I feel like no one has been. Maybe I'm wrong, and that's not what I should be doing. But I feel like no one has been really utilizing high roller that way, and it's frankly confusing me. Um, so I think it would be less like I don't really give a shit about team construction. I give more about having safety so that I would be able to really get to know and infiltrate and maybe make my own group. I don't feel like I have anyone who I feel like, okay, 100%. I guess other than Warren, I don't feel like 100% I'm with this person. Like I'm close to them. They got my back. So I'd like to start building that. Obviously, my focus is on Josh, but and Erica. I think those two are people I really want. I think would be very valuable allies for me, just to snatch up now. So I think I'm gonna focus a bit on that. But that didn't really answer your question. But like going into the next round, if I were to win, that's kind of like what I would do. I would just like I don't really care on what team. I would just use it to talk to like everyone and try to figure out who I would want to go. Because right now it's just like, okay, like the people who don't talk like Julian, like that's kind of where my head's at.
So I know coming into this season, you expressed a little bit of concern with just like generally, being known in like the series. Like you have a lot of friends that have played. You've played Ascend the Chaos and won that. So you felt like maybe you would be known a little bit more.
Sorry, say what your question.
So my question is, do you think that kind of concern has kind of faded away as the rounds have come on, or do you think that is potentially still something that you need to be concerned about? Like, is that something that has faded away over these first two rounds?
So I don't think it's faded away. I think it's more so just made me feel like, okay, I kind of have to be a bit more at the forefront. Like, I can actually answer questions about the game. I actually thought it was really helpful during round one because I could explain, like what I know about the format to the people who didn't know. So I think if anything, like, I guess it's kind of faded. I think it's given me a bit more of anxiety. I guess I'm less concerned about like a sense of chaos and more concerned about like Drew from Instinct, you know, like stuff like that where I've actually like made moves to backstab and he has made moves to backstab me. So it's just like that's more of a concern for me. At first, I was worried about Jack because he's the one who brought it up, and I was like, if he's bringing it up, then it's probably something that's going to be discussed, or he will bring it up to other people. I know he's talking to people, so I decided to start bringing it up myself. The more and more I think I bring up my stuff I've done in my past, and like I'd rather not get caught in anything. So I think this shows me like, oh, she'll be open, like she's like here to like make relationships and stuff. Um, if anything, at this point, I think it's like I've used it to my advantage. But like I still feel like people will target people for anything. So it's something I'm keeping in my mind. And I haven't broke out like the shirt. I think once people like start seeing like, oh, like, because I wear the shirt all the time because it's like chill. And it's pink and I like pink. But Tulsi would laugh during the Hive All Stars when I was on call strategizing in my Ascend shirt. So I probably had to bring it out for Ascendance, but it's like I don't think it's a big deal, but like it's a big deal.
Okay. Another question I have for you is, I was gonna say something about the Ascend shirt, but I forgot what I was gonna say. But
Fucking
another.
ass.
Anyway, so going into, obviously you're not voting at this elimination, and you expressed like, you know, you think that maybe you'll get let in on some things that are happening. Do you have a narrative that you want to push, or are you just going to kind of listen and see what people are doing because you're not voting?
I don't really give a shit. Like I think it's stupid to push a narrative at this point if I'm on the other side. I mean, I think if people want to talk to me about it, I'm gonna be game. I think I have more ins because, like I said, a lot of the former people are like former flamingos are the people I was already interacting with the most, and I'm still like interacting with a lot of the time. I think the nuggies are like a lot more quiet, and like the nuggies that I talk to are like Jack. So like he was a former flamingo. So I feel like I have more ins. I feel like I have a relationship with Jen. I don't think Jen's gonna be very open about that. Jen doesn't really like talking about that type of stuff. Um, but yeah, I just feel like I have other relationships that could like open that conversation to me. I mean, I'm already privy to what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be Kendall because I know that Alexander wanted to take out Kendall, or I think it's going to be Nolan because he's a former Golden Nuggie who was who just hasn't been the most active. His name was already out there, very easy to throw it out. I personally would like to see Kendall go. I think Nolan has been a bit more communicative with me, but I just don't want it to be like a Flamingo round one, Nuggie round one, let's make sides like this fast. Like I just don't want it to be tribes. I feel like I don't do well when I'm put onto a side because I feel like I'm the type of person, like I'm like charismatic. I get along with people. I'm talking to a lot of people, but if I'm instantly put onto a side, I feel like I become like kind of like a target, like a really big target, or like I become like a figurehead. And my nightmare is to become a figurehead because I feel like I work well hiding behind bigger names than I do being the bigger name. So,
Do you think that round one casinos are like a thing? Do you think that's like? Do you think it's gonna be less fluid and it's gonna be more of a tribe versus tribe thing, or do you think that with the casino's ability to be switched up every round, it's not a thing?
I don't think it's going to be a thing. I don't think so. I hope not. Especially because I put in my fucking, I went on those practice calls and those fucking game nights. Like, I fucking try to put in my work to get to know other people and, like, bond with other sides. I don't know if other people have been doing that, though. It seems like since a lot of switching hasn't happened, I expected more of a switch this round, to be honest. Tribes basically stayed the same. So I could see it going that way. I don't think it is. Like, I don't think it will be. Because like, the people I want to work with have been on both sides. So, my game won't be like that. I can't say that for other people, but my game's not like that. No, I don't think it will. Like, this format's designed, so it's not going to be like tribe versus tribe.
Besides yourself, who is in the best position in the game right now?
Oh, I don't think I'm in the best position.
Well, then that's good. So you can't answer yourself. So
Yeah, I can't answer myself. Besides myself, I feel like it's so jumbled. I think that Jen's in a good position. I think she's been social. I think she's also has had people on both sides, and she's gotten to vote in both eliminations. So she's gotten to prove her word to people pretty early. I think Alex is in a great position. I think he's seen as a valuable member of a team at this point. And I would say Tawny. I think Tawny is seen as a leader, but she's also seen as a threat. So a really great position. Maybe I would give Jack that position. But I don't know. I would say, like, who I feel, or Warren. Like, there are people who I feel like are in potential influence zones. I think Warren and Alex are like the people I'm looking at as, like, I think they're in like good position. Warren's probably done a lot of great social work, I think. And Alex I think Alex is just seen as a valuable ally. Could be too, but I'm just gonna say, if I had to pick one, I'm gonna say Alex.
So the people that you just named, describing like why you think they're in the best position or in a good position, are those people you want to work with, or are those people you want to get out soon?
Yeah, I mean, I said Drew. I'm gonna add Drew to that because I think Drew is kind of like me, where we were flipped on both sides and we took it upon ourselves to like talk to everyone or like be in a position of like leadership during the comp. I think Drew is someone who I want to work with just because I'm so horrified of him. Just because like I know what he's capable of and he knows what I'm capable of. I wasn't my full extent and instinct, so like it makes me even more scared because he knows that. So I want to work with him. Warren I'm working with already. Love Warren. And Alex. Alex is someone who I want to work with, but not closely. That's like I work with everyone. That's the thing. Like my whole game is like, if you want to work with me, just do it. Like I'll protect you for the most part, unless I feel like another way. But I wouldn't say I have someone who I really like solidified as my ride or die though.
Who do you trust the most in the game?
Warren. But I feel like Warren has their own agendas, but I would say Warren.
All right, Ray. Those are all the questions that I have for you at the moment. If you have anything else you want to add, you can do so now, or I can stop the recording for you.
Like always, thank you, Prod, for asking me to be on the season or like letting me out to be on the season. Thank you for hosting. I've been having a great time. I think this is really well organized. Um, I don't think I'll be able to have the next elimination after this is the live night, right?
I have no idea. Maybe. I
Well,
think there's a calendar.
Yeah, I was just looking. Well, if that's the case, then if I don't get a talk, then like it's been really fun. I've had a good time. Um, I really like the comps. Because I don't feel like there's so far there's not like anything I felt like, oh fuck I'm awful at, but nothing I feel like I'm like would be really great at, or like anyone would be really great at. Like I just don't know who would have been good at like fucking what we just did. Like 'cause it's kind of random. So like it's kind of I enjoyed that. So yeah, thank you. Y'all are cute.